Newly appointed Police Minister Senzo Mchunu has expressed his determination to address violent crime in the country. Mchunu faces a daunting task in combating the pervasive issue. South Africa is battling escalating criminality with over 1.8 million severe and violent crime counts recorded in the 2022 to 2023 financial year. This amounts to a 7.7% increase from the same period the previous year. Let's get some perspective now on the task ahead for the police minister with criminologist Dr. Hendrick Lochner. Good morning, doctor, and thank you so much for your time. First and foremost, what are your thoughts on what the new police minister, Senzo Mchunu's priorities should be, as he has mentioned violent crimes such as murder, rape and robberies top his list? Are they aligned with the current crime trends in South Africa?
Yes, they are aligned. Yeah, I think he's got a huge task on his hands. And those crimes that you've mentioned, some of them depends on, to prevent them, depends on solid information and intelligence. So my suggestion would be that he put effort in to better the intelligence environment. And then I would also suggest that he must try to put back discipline. And it's not military discipline, it is administration discipline and other discipline which means good action. He must try to fix the administrative discipline of the South African police. And then that will automatically boil down to the other less units and less. That's how you manage a unit or a department where there is no administrative discipline, and to get the people on discipline.
When we speak of administrative discipline, what exactly are we referencing?
Administrative discipline. Each and every commander's got a performance agreement with his commander. So if something is not right, you must jump on the neck of the commander. If there's a police official walking in the street without his hat on, you jump on his commander's neck, because if you get discipline back. And then another example of administrative discipline, you must not send letters and say, please reply on this. Please don't reply on my previous. That is discipline. Discipline will fix things to come. That's an old way of management.
How serious is this issue of administrative ill discipline within the force?
Yeah. This is huge, and this is the reason why the police is in a downward spiral. If you do not fix that, you will not fix prevention of crime, you will not fix the investigation of crime. But first start with the discipline.
And how would you recommend, doctor, that we fix this issue of administrative ill discipline?
Just repeat the question, please.
How would you recommend that this issue of administrative ill discipline within the South African Police Service be addressed? How do we fix it?
My suggestion is that the new minister must call in all the generals. And he must tell them, listen, this is what's going to happen. And you are going to sign your performance agreement. If something went wrong, I will go back to your performance agreement and you will be judged by your performance agreement. This thing boils from top to down. You know, just a simple example. You can go to any police station now, select 10 of them, drove by it and see our beautiful flag, how it looks. It's It's in tatters. That is discipline. You must be proud of your flag. If you're proud in your flag, you're proud in your job.
Another challenge that has been mentioned prior by the former minister, Begicele, he indicated that we don't have enough police officers in the country, which is quite concerning. I mean, has there been any progress in recruiting and training new police officers on the ground?
Ma'am, I'm not sure about the ratio public to police officer. We must remember one thing. If crime prevention fails, then reactive crime jumps in. So reactive crimes, they are detectives, intelligence services. But the basic is crime prevention. So if that fails, and then reactive took over. Now, what message are we sending to the public when we said we are going to appoint 5,000 more detectives? We are telling the public we are failing in our first phase. And in our first phase, the administrative discipline is of utmost importance.
Could you explain a little bit further, a bit more in detail about the reactive crimes? What do they consist of?
Okay. A reactive crime is crime investigation. It's where detectives investigating cases. Then reactive crime, it also includes the gathering of information and the gathering of intelligence. But intelligence is information that's been reworked, refined, and that to do that you need specialized people.
And how can Minister Mchunu ensure that his plans are sustainable and long-lasting rather than just a short-term fix?
I think they must hold them accountable according to their performance agreement. They must agree on a simple performance agreement which the officer can meet, and if he does not meet it, he must be out. And sorry, at the end of the day, it means you will appoint the best man for the best job. And we must also remember that certain crimes cannot be solved without reactive actions, which is information or intelligence. And to recruit an agent, sometimes it takes longer to identify a suitable agent before you can recruit it. So it is a long process. For example, cash and transit robberies. That can only be stopped with active crime intelligence. And I know that because I know they plan their activities between 3 and 15 months. So you need intelligence.
The Police and Prisons Civil Rights Union, POP Crew, said it was very nervous over frequent introduction of new ministers in the criminal justice cluster because they often come with discontinuity of proposed legislations. So how can the government balance the need for stability and continuity in the criminal justice cluster? I mean, it would seem that what we need is some sort of a drastic overhaul. What are your thoughts on this?
We need a drastic overhaul. That's a fact. And how do you do that? You go back on the officer's track record. If any officer is a good administrator, a paper administrator, he will be successful. Because you're the commander. Your job is to manage your people and to manage it to get information, guilty findings in court. Yes, a point. Yeah, as soon as the best officer for a job is appointed, we will immediately start to stop crime.
Thank you so much for your time. That was criminologist Dr. Hendrick Lochner just weighing in there on the essentially newly appointed police minister, Senzo Mchunu, who has expressed his determination to address violent crime in the country, just looking at the tough job that he has ahead.